Hello, you beautiful people out there. What is going on? This is your friend Brady coming at you fast with another Paragon video, and today we are going to be having a little discussion, and I want to try and incorporate these videos at least once a week just to talk about Paragon, the state of Paragon, and stuff to come, and just my opinions on it and whatever, because it's fun, and I like to talk. I'm pretty good at it. I can't shut my mouth, so why not, you know? Let's fucking talk about it. So, today is Wednesday, the 21st of June, 2017. I don't know why it has to be that specific, but we're pretty much a week out before the release of the newest hero and V41. I'm assuming that his name is going to be Wraith. That's going to be my guess real quick, because with the teaser that was revealed today on Twitter with the little video and the description, it says that he is part of the same organization as Kalari. So, you know, Kalari went as an assassin, he went as a specialist, so he's a sniper. And I believe that his name is Wraith because in Kalari's descriptions on her royal monastic skin, there's a quote that's somewhat close to Kalari that comes from someone named Wraith. So, I don't know, that's just a guess. We'll see if it actually holds up on Tuesday. But I want to talk more specifically about the updates to 3 specific heroes that Paragon and Epic Games promised. And that's the nerfing of FaZe, Revenant, and Morigesh. And now, I don't know if it's completely 100% confirmed that they're going to be nerfing all 3 of those, or they might be reworking some of them, or buffing them in some ways, nerfing them in other ways. It's not confirmed, but they said that they are going to be rebalanced. So, I'm assuming it's going to be a nerf, because all 3 of those heroes are definitely some of the strongest heroes in the game. All last 3 of them have been really solid-ass heroes, really fucking strong, and have just been overriding the meta entirely. You always see a Morigesh, you almost always see a Revenant. If people are playing seriously, of course, it's either Revenant or Twin Blast nowadays. Sometimes Sparrow maybe, but in pubs it's usually Revenant, it's usually Morigesh, and then I've literally barely seen anything but FaZe when it comes to support. I've seen mostly FaZe, maybe a Decker once or twice, maybe a Narbash once or twice. You know, it's not fun when there is no variation amongst the heroes in the lane. So yeah, that's why I want to talk about FaZe first. So you guys are seeing some Kalari gameplay here, and FaZe is obviously being very annoying against me. She has the longest rage out of any ability that's not Murdoch, Sniper, or any other global ability, obviously. It's a slow, it's a root. Her healing is crazy. I hope they do something about that, and I hope they nerf her blind a little bit. I think it should be at max. It should be at max, maybe, I don't know, 2 seconds. 2 seconds, max. That's because that's the max of a stun. The blind, in my opinion, it's not a stun, right? It's not a stun, but you can still effectively kind of protect yourself if you get, well, I was going to say rooted, actually. So, stun, you can't do shit. Stun is probably the worst kind of CC to be affected by in the game, I'm not going to lie, but blinding is probably the second worst. I wouldn't even consider rooting. Unless you're, you know, in a really good, like, predictable situation, then you can kind of run forward and get away from stuff if you're blinded. But it's just annoying being in that situation, and 3 seconds is just a bit too long, in my opinion. So maybe bring it down to 2 seconds, it should be fine. The tether duration, I think, is fine, too. I think the health regen is a bit crazy, though, especially when people start using stuff like Cast Converter. But at the same time, I don't play FaZe, so it's really hard for me to give you guys a perspective from, you know, from my personal point of view. But from what I see, it's a bit too much. Maybe cut the health regen down a little bit, lower it by 20%, given to other heroes or something. I don't know. Do something about FaZe. Revenant's Q is really bothersome, and a lot of people are going to be like, well, you know, you just got to stay in amongst your minions, but you can't do that when Rev ults you, and that's obviously the whole point of his ult, is to isolate you and to make it easy target. But I personally believe that Rev's Q should have a shorter range. I don't think it should do less damage. It already does an insane amount of damage. I understand. Maybe make it do less damage. Who knows? Either make it do less damage or give it less range. It has farther range than his auto, which I guess makes sense because it's used to chase down people. But the range is still ridiculous because not only is it far ranged, It's also a wide cone, and it's lock-on. It literally has the same range as Kalari's dagger, which is one of the hardest skill shots in the game to land, and this is a lock-on cone attack, which is a bit too ridiculous. So I think either reduce damage or shorten the range. Make it the same range as an auto, or maybe 100 units like more than an auto. Whatever you have to do, but don't give it the same range. Don't give it 1,200 units of range. Like, Jesus Christ. That is so bad. Do not do that. I think the range on Rangers for their attacks is it 800 or 900 units, I think, for comparison? Make it 1,000 units. I don't know, make it a little bit more. But you gotta reduce it, because it's just too crazy. It's too crazy. I think that little change will actually help a ton. Okay, I think it will help a ton. Alright, so, let's talk about Morigesh. Now, where do I think Morigesh falls, and what do I think needs to happen with Morigesh? What she needs to do, or what needs to happen to her to make her a bit more fair. And, spotlight over me makes it difficult from Shimby killing me and shit. But what I think needs to happen to Morigesh is something with her slow. That slow is just really fucking good. It does a lot of damage, it does ticks, and it's already been nerfed once. And other than that, I really don't think she's that overpowered compared to the other two mentioned in this video. I really don't think so. I think, you know, if you could catch her out, she's very squishy. She's really easy to punish because she needs to have really good positioning. If she overextends, it's really easy to go ahead and kill her. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with Morigesh. I mean, I know she needs to be, something needs to happen to her to make her just a little bit less crazy. But I would say, I guess, just reduce a little bit of her damage on her slow, or maybe tick the slow less. Maybe it's just a matter of doing the same damage but having less ticks, because it's really hard to run away, and people can catch up to you very easily. It's one of the best CCs in the game, in my opinion, just because of the duration of it. It's pretty insane. Or just have it be less of an AoE, but you guys get what I mean. You guys get what I mean. I'm just throwing out some ideas. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below, what you guys think about these three heroes. What would you like to see be done to them? And we'll talk about some other stuff later on. I just want to talk about these three heroes specifically because they've been a very, very big topic of controversy. A lot of people have been wondering, like, what the hell to do about them. But I will talk about broader issues at hand in the future. I might touch upon towers another time, another one. But again, I don't think they're going to do anything about towers like I said in the past. Maybe they don't need to. Maybe they do. Fuck, I don't know. Diving is pretty fucking crazy, though. So that's still annoying. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hearing me out, listening, watching some Kalari gameplay, watching some very sick gameplay. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, make sure you all have a wonderful day.